Oh, why hello there, viewer. Didn't see you there. Startled me. Ooh. Nevertheless, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. In this one, in my opinion, at least, I think it's the best round that I've put together, not just in 2022, but I think it's the best round I've ever played. This one's coming to you from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it's Red Wing Lake Golf Course. I've never played it before, so that's always a good sign going in. But for those that follow me, you know I'm trying to break par, and I've shot even par before, and this shouldn't be a spoiler. I do shoot even par here, according to the title and thumbnail, but let's just dive right in and show you, I think, the best round that I've played. So hole one, and again, I haven't played this, so a lot of the times I'm guessing, and I just relied on the Grint mini-map. Fortunately, with the exception of a few holes, it's a fairly straightforward course. I think that's just typical beach golf. There's a few holes with water and trickery. There's a few you have to lay up, but overall, a lot of the, hole is just in front of you. No tricks, nothing crazy, fairly flat. You can see that from a putting perspective, if you're trying to go low and break par, in my opinion, at least, you need to be able to be really solid off the tee. You need to be able to have a ridiculous short game, about 50 and in, but then most importantly, and arguably number one, you just need to make putts. And I don't know if it's just because the greens were cut to maybe the speeds I like, or if it's just a really, flat course when putting. And by the way, check this out. The white bucket hat comes off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time. That's when you know your boy is taking this serious. And after this round, I do have to, ask myself, do I play with no hat? Am I hatless moving forward? Is that the move? Unfortunately, I have the biggest dome piece in the world, and what a hat does, in case the viewers don't know, is it covers up my enormously sized watermelon head. Anyway, back to the round, and this is the first sign of trouble. This is why I'm still like a 7-8 handicap and not really playing consistently to a sub 5. That was 44 yards, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A 44-yard little chip shot on, and I technically sailed the green. That was the fringe. I got to get that to 7-8 feet or closer from that distance. We all know that scratch golfers are better. They are just surgeons with the wedges. They're just really giving themselves a chance to score well. And then on this hole, by the way, I don't know if I called it out, but it was an extremely windy day. I think the audio might be turned down a little bit at certain times because the wind gusts were bad, but why I was really excited about that shot is I believe I had 144 to the pin. I end up taking 2 extra clubs. I think I played my 7-iron, which is like 165, 170. I end up getting to pin high. We were just guessing, but that's the kind of day it was. And then very quickly, you'll notice that I actually end up skipping hole 4, so we just went from hole 3 to hole 5. There was a foursome in front of me, some older gentlemen. They were kind of just hacking it around. Super chill vibes, though. They asked if I wanted to tee off and play. I said, don't worry about it. I'll come back and do it. So I end up skipping hole 4, and we're now on hole 5. And take note of that because at the end of the video, when you notice a PR is, at stake, we actually end up coming back. So anyway, more to come on that. And this was a funny putt there. If you notice, I was about to tap that in very quickly, but then I noticed that was a lot further than I thought. So I actually settled down, get into my stance, and hit a good one. And the thumbnail of the video, it's coming down to this right here. I could just have one shot back. So take a look at, oh boy, you hate to see it. I could have taken a putter, putted 30 yards to the right, and still be fine. That's how bad the shot was. There's trouble literally only in one spot, and that's left. I guess my mind just subconsciously was like, left, don't do it, and we snap hooked to the left. I actually end up sailing it over the water, but it rolled back in. We take a drop, but that's gonna haunt me for quite some time. Just to give you an idea, I believe I had 140, like 135, 140, had a 9-iron, and we snap hook it literally to the one spot. Anyway, all the good golfers, what's the cheesy saying? Next shot, shake it off, mental giant. Well, here's what I have to say to those people. How about you eat literally a steaming pile? I'm a little frustrated mad. Could you tell? I don't know if it's noticeable because, man, watching this on video again, that was brutal. But anyway, yes, let's go ahead and continue on. So I actually had a really good drive, and I pull my wedge there, but this just shows if you have a good short game putter in particular, that putt looked a lot closer than it actually was. It was that was probably a good like 35 footer, and to put it within basically tap in range, I'm extremely happy. And speaking of a good putter, so going into this hole in particular, this was on the card. I saw 215 par 3. It was playing 215. all of it too, because the wind was swirling. So it's not like I got help or didn't really know what to do. I take a 4-iron, swing as hard as I possibly can. I somehow bite right part of the green, and I think when I gun this, so take a look here, I actually didn't cut this out. I want you to take a walk with me. I want you to see how long that actual putt was to set this up. I think when I gunned it, that was like a 75-foot putt. I'm not kidding. That was like a 75 footer. And if you told me going into this round that I could have a comfy 2-putt par on a 215 par 3, I think I'm taking that 10 times out of 10. I think most tour players would probably take that 10 times out of 10. So wanted to celebrate that small victory, and then of course you have to lead off with the good old push block right fade. This reminded me a little bit of like a Pinehurst feel right here. Look how cool that was. Tall, skinny, narrow trees with straw grass everywhere. And then this is arguably one of the shots of the day. This is when you know you're swinging good. The smart play would be go right, avoid the water. I decided to attack the pin, 185 to the pin, take a 5-iron. I only needed about 165, 170 to cover, so I knew I didn't have any sort of risk with like not enough club. I knew I had enough club. I actually decided to club down even more. We put it to 6 feet, and look at that walk-in. Oh yeah, that's a birdie. We're back onto the birdie train. What double bogey with that OB the other hole, because it's basically erased. We just need one more bird and we're good to go. So the swing's feeling good. Putter is starting to get locked, and I know when I check the card in the back nine, there are a few holes that are pretty scoreable that I know that I can play well on. I didn't have this one as one of those holes, but I actually had a really good drive. Again, aim small, miss small, and we throw a dart. We're stealing hearts, and we are on the birdie train. That double bogey is officially gone. Back-to-back birds, just like what we needed to start the back. Momentum is fully in our favor. And if you remember my comment about some of these layouts and holes having a Pinehurst feel, look at those trees. If I told you I was playing Pinehurst right now, I swear you'd believe me, with all the pine straw and skinny trees and random fairway bunkers. Wait, wow, now I'm actually convincing myself. Are we at Pinehurst number 2, or are we at Red Wing Lake Golf Course Public Muni in Virginia Beach? I honestly can't tell. Can someone let me know? I genuinely can't tell. But anyway, again, just a typical, this was the story of the day, and I know anyone who's watching this, no one's ever going to complain at a comfy par. You know, driver in play, stick the green, 2-putt, move on. No one's mad at that. But when you're trying to break par, especially that look in particular, I think that was like a 10-footer. You know, you really look back at some of these holes, and there were some missed putts that I wish I had, and there were some better approaches I wish I had. And, you know, Mark, you sound cocky, you're still a 7-8 handicap, be grateful, yada, yada. I agree, I'm not arguing that. I think my point is, if I'm trying to break par, that's like the margin of error. It really makes you appreciate how hard it is to break par. You pretty much have to be perfect for 18 holes. And then if you have one bad swing, one blunder, you know, it takes 2 good holes, 2 birdies to erase that. So it's not impossible. But anyway, speaking of good swings, this was a 176 par 5. Look at that flag. You see how much it's moving and shaking? So that putt, I miss, gosh. That was like a 7-8 footer. That was an easy bird in my opinion. I actually accounted for the wind there. Bad move. The ball didn't move at all. And then this is when you know you're swinging good. I decided to take a line over the water and draw it back. I basically told myself I know where I'm going to land this ball looking at the mini map. And then I'm actually going to stop commentary for a moment because I think I on course narrate for a second, as this is maybe the shot of the day. Oh my God. 254, but I do have the wind behind us. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little white dot 15 feet to the right. Let's go. Wow, I mean, I guess it's better to be lucky than good, right? You know, I know that's the good old saying in poker, and I think it actually holds true. The analogy actually might be poker and golf, where if you're trying to break par, if you're trying to win a tournament, you know, you got a luck box here and there. You know, you have to hit something on the river. And that's when I know that I think I had a legit chance. After I stuck that green with a 3-wood, I think I told myself, like, you actually have a chance to do this and break par. I just need to hold on for dear life, hodl. You know, I pretty much need to do what I've been doing for the past month after I saw my Coinbase account just drop to the floor. But if I can hold on and protect this lead, and this is arguably the biggest shot of the entire day now that I know I'm under par. miss a green, I have a chip shot, and this looks a lot closer on camera, but this was still a good like 6-7 feet. I'll be completely honest with you, I was nervous as hell. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm so cool, like I'm just so tight. That putt, I think I told myself right then and there, you got this, we're going for it. That was the first real tester, especially now that we're under par and I just need to hold on. And I kind of don't like, for those that are maybe, scratch golfers or better, or for anyone watching this that has, had the chance of breaking par or almost breaking par, it's the same thing with the poker tournament. Going back to that analogy, it's like you're the chip leader at the table, and rather than playing your game and being aggressive, you like turtle up and play scared. That last swing in this hole represents it perfectly. I didn't want to hunt the pin. I decided just to go middle green. I overdraw it a little bit to the left, and I still get on the green, but the point being is it's a much different mentality when I'm trying to attack that pin versus playing it safe, getting it on, and playing for a 2-putt. So I think when I hopefully, knock on wood, eventually break par, I'll be a little more experienced and understand that, you shouldn't change your game. And this is another example too. I played this shot so defensive. I actually took not enough clubs. I wanted to take that bunker to my left. I wanted to take that out of play. I told myself I'll miss short and have to putt up the green if I need to. I end up pull hooking it to the left short. So this is the first sign of danger. This is the danger zone, and it's a really good putt. I'm actually not mad at the roll, it just didn't turn. So just like that, all the momentum, it's almost like, being the chip leader, I decide to call an all-in blind, and I double them up. I just double them up right there. We are now officially back to even par, but don't forget, there's technically still 2 holes left, even though this is hole 18 and this is a par 5. So I do tell myself I definitely think I can reach this in 2 because I had the tailwind behind me. So I use my 3-wood again, and this just kind of proves how lucky that 254 3-wood was. I think if you asked me to do that, could I do that once out of 10 times? It's probably 1 out of 10 times. I probably don't do it more than that. I get it fairly close. I think this was like a 60-yard, 70-yard little chip shot on. I actually ended up, it was on the sidewalk. I give myself free relief to the right. And then, funny enough, God, looking at this putt, I just want to lose my mind. I left it short. I don't know if you can tell, that's short and right. If you're gonna, oh my God, that actually irritates me watching it again. You just can't leave that one short, Mark. I'd rather 3-putt there than leave it short. But anyway, on camera narrating for the last hole. All right, guys, one of the benefits of having a wife that golfs is we are back on the course. We got the hole that I skipped. Super nervous because today it's in the wind. I think it's about a 180, 185 shot. I'm between a 6 and 7 iron. It's into the wind, so it's going to play long. I don't know if you want to zoom in on it, but you can see it's all water, all carry. It's only like a 150 front, so not sure what I'll do, but I got to attack, go for the birdie and PR. So on a 1 to 10 scale with this shot, I think I'm at about a 12.5 on the nervous meter. That's right at it. Oh. All right, guys, need this putt for birdie. You better believe I'm giving it gas. Do you believe in miracles? And looking back on it, I called it out on camera. It's a 180 into the wind. Why did I play my 180 club? That's got to drop down to my 190, maybe even 195, 200 club. And just like that, the dream is over. But you know what? It's okay. Easily one of the best ball striking days I've ever had. One bad swing. Outside of that, very, very happy with everything else. Here's my scorecard, and even par, we'll take that. And until next time, when hopefully we're breaking par.